Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. I'm Priscilla, and this is my friend Heather. And today we're going to talk about whether we live in a simulation or not. So that should be interesting. Before we get there, though, let me introduce Heather and her cards.
Hi, I'm Heather, and I'm an alto today. I have a very healthy case of sinus allergies.
Indeed.
Between the weather and they're taking down the building next door, I'm doing very well. It's very
Yeah,
healthy.
if you hear some crashing, it's because they've taken the house down next door and they're out there
Chopping
digging
up all the
concrete.
Concrete, yeah.
So it's noisy.
So, and if I go, that's why.
That's all right.
Yeah. So anyway.
All that dust out there is not good for your allergies anyway. It's been awful.
Not at all.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We'll muddle through. Welcome everybody from Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate all of you all being here. And I see you, Warrior Girl, Yippee Skippy. And Warrior Girl, you can't hear us because your volume was
down. Okay.
Well, that's a change. Isn't that nice?
That's cool.
And hi, Ruth and Roger. And I know David's out there as well. And thanks for joining us today.
Roger? You mean Ron?
Yeah. Did I say Roger? Sorry, Ron. I look at the name and I pronounce it.
Exactly. I do the same thing. So anyway, well, let's find out what we need to know today. Okay.
Hey, Jules. Nice to see you again today. Okay, let's see if the card cam is going to do anything.
Yeah, let's see what it does. If you hear echoing, please let us know.
Oh, yeah, we think we fixed our echo, so let us know if we haven't, please. Gifted.
Cool.
We know, Ron. It says Ron German. Okay, I'm Opal Girl, you guys. I love dental wrong. The wrong one. So I'm either Opal Girl or what are we? Crone Zone.
Okay.
Or Twisted Sisters. It just depends.
Right. I don't have a nickname. It's Heather or it's Heather.
That works. It's certainly easier to keep track of.
Yes. So now this card, so you can see it, is power, and that's in what we're doing. So basically, we're saying that we're all gifted. That's where we're at.
Are you telling me there's an echo? Seriously?
Okay, I will hold cards up. Go ahead and turn it off, and we'll go from there. Okay. Face. There. I will hold the cards
the
up.
echo just went away. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back. The echo went away. Is it back again?
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll leave them. So, we are all very gifted, all of us that are here, and we're on our way up.
Good. Thank you, Ruth.
So we're even more, we're getting our vibrations up and up and up. And while we're waiting for those to do, but because that's what's slowing us down. We're gifted, but we have to wait on the vibrations. Our power inside us is building, is continuing to grow. And we're trying to make up our minds, are we going to change our mind and not do that? Or are we going to go ahead and do that? Are we going to work on that? We're just not making up our minds about what we're doing. But the violet flame, that's all of our energies and vibrations and
higher
connections and higher selves. All of this together will take care of waiting for that change. And when they say right, what they're meaning is we are creative. So by working over the frequencies so that we can be as gifted as we are very creative. And that includes manifestation.
Cool.
So we can just keep going with what we're doing. But, we're becoming more powerful. Sometimes our human has a little problem with trying to change its mind about doing some things, but we're on our way to being very creative.
Cool.
Okay.
there will be no echo when we go back to face cam. Hopefully. We've had so much trouble. Hi, Gina. How are you today? And Jan's free. Hi. Thanks for joining us today. We talked about surfing the chaos last, Saturday? And I thought that was a pretty good program. I really enjoyed doing it. I hope you all enjoyed it. Of course, it's on YouTube for anybody that wants to watch it that didn't get a chance to see it. But today we're going to talk about, do we live in a live simulation? And it's pretty controversial. Even in my own head, it's controversial. Yeah. So, but we'll get started. First of all, you know this question's been debated forever. But in 2003, simulation theory posits that the universe, as we know it, is an advanced digital construct by some higher form of intelligence. FYI, I think that's us. Simulation theory is essentially a modern offshoot of Plato's allegory of the cave story from the ancient book called The Republic. So even he thought simulation theory was a possibility. And then we have Rene Descartes' evil demon hypothesis from his first meditation. They were cute. Anyway, it may sound far-fetched, but Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom showed in 2003 that it's more probable than we think. In his seminal paper titled, Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?, Bostrom argued that if humans are able to survive thousands of years to reach a post-human state, one in which we have acquired most of the technological capabilities consistent with physical laws, material, and energy constraints, it's likely that they would have capabilities to run ancestral simulations. And what that means is the odds are that we are products of that simulation.
Yeah. Remember, we forgot everything when we came here.
Exactly.
So ever since the philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed in the Philosophical Quarterly that the universe and everything in it might be simulation, there's been an intense public speculation and debate about nature or reality. I mean, just think about the movie Matrix. So,
exactly.
So recent papers have built on the original hypothesis to further refine and the statistical bounds. They now argue that the chance that we live in a simulation can be as great as 50-50. So,
wow.
You do it, you don't. You know.
I really kind of thought that was creepy to think about, but nevertheless, go ahead.
So there's now a new creation story going around. In the beginning, someone booted up a computer. Everything we see around us reflects states of that computer. We are artificial intelligences living in an artificial reality, or a simulation. Now consider who the godlike power to create and destroy the worlds in the simulated universe could be.
No.
Not a benevolent deity, not timeless, and stable laws of physics. You know, we have all these things that if this, then that. Instead, it's basically gamers, the equivalent to some random teenager writing code from the basement of his or her house. How's that feel to you?
That sounds absolutely horrible. Hi, Epiphany, and happy solstice, everybody. So most of the simulations that we run on computers are games or scientific studies, and they run only briefly, and then they're shut down. Mm-hmm. Think of our current computer games. Our low-tech sims live partial lives in tiny worlds with no real history and no future. They are merely for entertainment, to be observed, played with, shot at, surprised with disasters, etc., or so forth. Delete the file, uninstall the program, or recycle your computer, and you erase their reality. Yikes. Just as present-day researchers use simulations to digitally create scenarios to aid scientific study, our world and every moment of our past existence might be the simulated experiment of future humans. And just as scientists can terminate simulations they no longer need when they have the data they want, so too can our hypothetical overlords. They can pull the plug at any time without warning.
Oh, what do we know?
Creepy.
So when you think about consciousness and the simulation theory, this is what we're going into. Pretty much since the dawn of philosophy, we've been asking the question, what is consciousness? And what purpose does it serve? So consciousness is an integrated, like combining our five senses, integrated subjective interface between the self and the rest of the universe.
Yep.
The only reasonable explanation for its existence is there might be experience. Now, that sounds familiar.
That does.
Yeah. There's nothing in philosophy or science, nor postulates, theories, or laws that would predict the emergence of this experience we call consciousness. Natural laws do not call for its existence, and it certainly does not seem to offer us any evolutionary advantages. There can only be two explanations for why it exists. The first is that there are evolutionary forces at work that we don't know or haven't theorized yet that select for the emergence of the experience called consciousness. The second is that the consciousness is a function that we serve, a product that we create, an experience we generate as human beings. Now, the simplest explanation for the existence of consciousness is that it's an experience being created by our bodies, but not for us. So if it's not for us, who is it for?
Interesting. Let's assume our computers will continue to grow ever more powerful, efficient, and capable. At some point in the far, far future, we develop a giant computer so powerful that it can simulate the entire universe, recreating all the physics, chemistry, and biology that we experience in the natural world. If we also assume that consciousness is consciousness, no matter where it resides, whether in an organic brain or a digital one, then any simulated entities within the computer that gain consciousness will experience a world that is indistinguishable from our own. That's pretty scary. If our descendants are able to build such a supercomputer, the number of simulated conscious brains living in the computer would vastly outnumber the organic brains living in the real universe. Now think about this for a minute. Since we've had computer games since, the last 20, 25 years?
Somewhere around there.
Right? So they have created more and more games, and those games have become obsolete.
And
been deleted, but there's always that ghost presence in any computer program that is there, and it's always there. So those are, if they are conscious beings, will remain there forever, even though the programs have been deleted.
Yeah.
And the number of conscious entities in the computer would go crazy. Be crazy more than what humans are on the planet. Anyway, so if that happens, if it ends up happening that we can build that computer that's that enormous, it would have to be the size of
Well, who knows what they could build in the future?
Exactly.
What kind of
But if that ends up
technology
happening, there's three possibilities. Our descendants or other intelligent beings in the universe will never be able to develop the technological ability to faithfully simulate the cosmos. Or our descendants or other intelligent beings in the universe, will develop the technology but choose not to simulate the cosmos. Or the third possibility, the vast majority of all conscious entities, including us, are living in a simulation.
Well, it really does kind of tie in. We say we come to Earth for a vacation. Well, who's to say it's real or not, you know?
Exactly.
Really. So does it matter whether we live in a simulation or not? Or is this the mother of all conspiracy theories? Who knows?
Who knows?
The one that says that everything with the exception of nothing is fake and a conspiracy designed to fool our senses. Isn't that why we came here, experienced 3D with no memory of who we were or really are, for the experiences of our soul? So what do you think? What do you believe? Do we live in a simulation? That's something you have to decide, because nothing can be proven either way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? I got a channeling on this. And so I'm going to let you know what I channeled. I believe we do live in a simulation of sorts, in that we live in a thought-based universe. What we think and believe, we manifest in 3D. This takes time and action. Because we're in 3D, it's dense. Manifestation is delayed. The way our monkey minds work, it's a good thing, because we'd probably all be dead. We wouldn't live very long if our thoughts were instantaneous, or what we manifested instantaneously. But in 5D and above, that's not true. You do manifest instantaneously. Past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously, and manifestation is instantaneous, which is one reason we all have to learn and grow and get past our egos, so that when we get to 5D, we can act appropriately. So our multiverse is created by thought and frequency agreement by the billions of souls that decided they wanted that experience. Let me say that one more time. We all created this multiverse by our thoughts and actions as souls, long before we ever came here. So, including our experiences here in 3D, we are here for the immersive experience of our soul, our higher selves, and the One. So yes, we do live in a simulation of sorts, but it is controlled by billions of souls for the highest good of all concerned.
Yep.
Can't beat that. I don't think we have to worry about that guy in the basement flipping a switch. I think we're all good, because we've all created this.
Yeah, the warrior girl. I believe that. I'm glad it resonates.
Thank you very much. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So that's mostly what we found on those.
That's what. Yeah.
You have to make up your own mind.
We all have to make up our own minds what we think. But yeah, I think we're in a simulation. But I also think I created that simulation along with all of you.
Yeah, it takes all of us to do it. So cool.
Kind of cool. So guess what? We're going to read cards, but this time we're not going to use card cam.
I'll just hold them up.
We'll just hold them up if that's okay with you guys. So did that explode your head? What did you think? Because when I was researching it and thinking about it, and I was asking my guides, okay, come help me with this one, because
it gave both sides, but mostly it gave yes, we are.
Yeah, there's a 50-50 chance we are.
50 chance. So you pick your side.
Yeah. Well, it's creation, and creation takes a lot more than one.
Exploded, boom, boom, yes.
Good.
Okay, good.
Good.
Is there anybody out there that wants a card? If not, I will just read it for the week for everybody. But the card that just fell out now was frequency shift. So I think this probably will help with that.
I think so too.
You know, what is that word? There's another word for a shift in how you're thinking. Okay, Jules, you said yes. And Epiphany Noel, is that yes?
That's a bomb.
That's a bomb, okay.
That's an explosion. We're all good.
Okay.
Okay, let's start a list of people that want cards read. That was really kind of
Yes,
fun
it
to
was
research.
the perfect card for us. You're right, Ruth. It's definitely a frequency change, a paradigm shift.
A paradigm
That's
shift,
the word
exactly.
I was looking for. Yeah.
Good one,
Yes.
Ron.
Yeah, I think we're in a lower one. I think the kids have a higher level program.
What, our kids and grandkids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they came in with a higher level of programming than we did. I'm going to be 70 this year. It took me a long time.
I'm older than her.
Whoops. And whoops, I don't know what I did. Here we go.
Yeah, we're back.
Mic drop, literally.
Okay. So for Jules.
I think you put my brain in a pretzel knot. Jansry, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like I said, right does not stand for right. It stands for being creative. And that's
Ooh.
what they would like you to do, is start being more creative. Okay?
What was the card, right?
Right.
Oh, WRITE.
Yes. It's creative.
That makes sense.
Okay,
Sure.
who else? Fireworks in your head. Too many epiphanies. I love it.
I know, us too. Sometimes
you
it
guys are so
just
funny.
they are funny. Sometimes it seems like it's just one thing after another.
Yeah. And you just keep going and going.
A goddess
and going.
day. Good on you, warrior girl.
All right.
We just had our toenails done because we got toe rings. Do you know, we have a little kiosk here where you can go and be fitted with 14 karat gold or sterling silver toe rings.
Or white gold.
Or white gold. And I didn't get a toe. I've never had a toe ring because the ones I tried were super uncomfortable. But this guy fitted them perfectly. And you don't even...
Who else?
Ron for sure. Everybody. Ron, Ruth. But you can't even feel them. So they were super cool. And I would put my toe up here, but I don't think you want to see that.
Change of mind. That's for Ron. So your mind is beginning to change, and it's in the good way. You are being more observant. You're being more tolerant of other people, even if they are nuts and act that way. But your mind is changing about a lot of things, and that's good.
Toe camp. I think I'll pass on that, Jules.
Say what? Oh, toe camp.
I love it.
Yeah, hers will stay on.
Warrior girl, what do you want? Card number 13? That's what she usually gets.
Well, it goes with 113. That makes sense. I don't have that many cards. 13 will work just fine. Oh, yeah, it's better than
Okay,
Doja.
Gina. That's funny.
13.
Ooh, divinity. I love
And
that.
this was from
Warrior girl.
Girl. Because you are working from divinity. And they want you to know that they approve of what you're doing and they keep it up.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was just,
Way
cool.
to go, warrior
Just-
girl.
yeah.
I think they even approve of your goddess day, girlfriend.
Oh, especially that. You're taking care of you and loving you, and they love that.
They always like that.
They always like that. Oh, we love silly. It's okay, Gina.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yes. It's funny as heck.
Okay, let's give Ruth a card. Our staunchest supporter, our Ruth. She's
Yeah,
wonderful.
subscribe and share and like, please.
Not feeling it?
No, the card that fell out, I just have to think about it for a minute now, Ruth. It says storm. And to me, that probably... You do have some storms in your life sometimes, and you argue with yourself.
I have those kind of storms.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't be afraid of arguing for them, because it's just you straightening out in your higher self what it is you really want, what it is that really believe about. So storms are okay because they clarify. Okay?
They clean the energy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Who else is out there? Oh, Epiphany, we'll get you one. So if you go away, you can watch it later. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Hello, Sun Psychic Jean.
Hi, Sun Psychic Jean. Welcome. It was a really interesting one today, and I think we'll probably be watching you in
short.
What, a half an hour?
Yeah, in a short.
Thanks for stopping by, honey.
And this one is for Epiphany Noel.
This is for Epiphany Noel.
Caretaker.
Jean, if you'll hang out, we'll get you a card before your show.
Anyway, caretaker, you are a caretaker. The only thing I'm getting is that sometimes to the detriment of yourself. If you understand what I'm saying. And I think you do. Caretaker is great, but don't forget you. You are just as important or more important than anything else, okay? So make sure that not only are you a caretaker of others, you're a caretaker of you.
Absolutely.
Okay?
If we don't take care of ourselves, we're not doing that good a job with anybody else. We got to remember. Good, she understands. Well, I know Jean's got a show pretty soon, so let's give her a card real quick.
Right away. Okay.
A card for your show for the day.
Well, this one popped out at us, and it's called Intuition. Funny thing about that, you use that very well, and do trust it because you're right on. The messages that you get and transmit are the right ones. Don't worry about it. Don't second guess yourself. Don't get all nervous about it. You are perfectly fine.
Beautiful.
Okay?
And we know you rock. We know you're accurate. Anybody else out there need a card before we sign off?
Okay, let me get one card for everybody.
You're welcome,
You're
Jean.
welcome. I love the way these cards slip out of my hands and one pops out because it saves me the trouble of having to
It always
check
seems to be the right card, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I know they're taking care of it.
We did do you, Ron.
We said you're thinking, your mind
changing
is
your mind.
changing about a lot of things in a good way. In a very, very good way. Okay, for the next few days.
While you're doing that, I'm going to ask, does anybody have any questions about the show today? I know it kind of blew our minds a bit here and there.
It did, yes. Yeah. The card that I drew was Divinity.
Look at how it's purple like us.
Yeah.
Purples and pinks and all of that. Thanks, Epiphany.
Thank you, Epiphany. As far as Divinity goes, keep working on it. You all have it. You just need to let it come out.
Fantastic.
So just keep working on it daily. Okay?
That's us.
That's us.
That's everybody. That's wonderful. Thank you, Denise, for showing up. We love having our Facebook friends here. I think you can ask questions if you like. Well, obviously, because you got on. Hello. The
we
chat
can't
room.
see it now, but yes. So, anyway.
Hey, Ron, we'll discuss it with you when we're done here, since you're in our living room.
Right.
Yeah, it was a perfect card for Jean.
Yes.
Okay, so Saturday show is going to be on psychics and mediums, okay? And we all love our psychic and medium.
Right.
Us included.
Us included. Anyway, we're just going to start doing everything we think of.
Exactly.
So, anyway.
Thanks for showing up today. Thanks for being here. Everybody have a wonderful week. We love you all. We can't wait to see you again on Saturday.
Yes.
Please like, subscribe, and share if you like what you see. And let us know. Drop us a line sometime and let us know
what you thought. What part of the 50% are you?
Yeah, exactly. And let us know if you have any questions or if you have any show subjects that you would like us to talk about. Because
that would be good.
We always love the input, and you guys are so clued in that it's just amazing. So
it's fun.
It's a lot of fun being with you. So have a
thank you.
great rest of your week, and we will see you on Saturday for Psychics and Mediums.
You're right.
fun. Thanks again, guys.